Hello students. Today we study next point from Unit 7 and Chapter 5. Unit 7 is Genetics and Evolution. Chapter 5 is Principle of Inheritance and Variation. The main point to be studied is inheritance of two genes. Under this point, the subpoints are law of independent assortment, chromosomal theory of inheritance, and linkage and recombination. So these are the three subpoints under inheritance of two genes. In our previous presentation, we have studied inheritance of one gene, that is monohybrid cross. In today's presentation, we will study inheritance of two genes, dihybrid cross. Encouraged by results that were obtained from monohybrid cross experiments, Mendel further continued his experiments. This time, he worked taking two pairs of contrasting characters at a time. In dihybrid cross, we consider two characters, that is seed color and seed shape. Yellow color and round shape is dominant over green color and wrinkled shape. Round yellow seeds designated as capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Wrinkled green seeds designated as small r, small r, small y, small y. These represent parent generation. Offsprings produce in F1 generation were all round yellow seed, but they are heterozygous. Selfing or interbreeding of F1 plants produce F2 plants. F2 generation plants has been shown in the Punnett square. There are male gametes and the female gametes, and the 16 different types of combinations occur. Among F2 plants, one was capital R, capital R, capital Y, and one with small r, small y, small y. That is, one is pure dominant. That is first one. And the other, that is last one, is recessive. Remaining 14 types of plants were different from parental type due to recombination genes. Thus, gene for shape do not intermix with gene for color, but separate or assort independently. And finally, the ratios, phenotypic ratio is 9:3, 3:1. 9 are round yellow, 3 are round green, 3 are wrinkled yellow, and 1 is wrinkled green. So phenotypic ratio is 9 is to 3, 3 is to 1. Whereas genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2, 2 is to 4, 1 is to 2, 1 is to 2, 1. So these are the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. From these observations, Mendel put forth the law of independent assortment. It is also called second law of Mendel. When in a cross, two or more pairs of contrasting genes are brought together in a hybrid, each gene for a character assort randomly and independently at the time of gamete formation. So this is the second law of Mendel, which is also called law of independent assortment. So there is no mixing of the character. Therefore, the Mendel put forth the law of independent assortment. Here we have to study about dihybrid test cross also. In dihybrid test cross, F1 hybrid is crossed with recessive green wrinkled pea plant. So recessive green wrinkled is small r, small y, small y. So gamete is small r, small y. And F1 hybrids are the round yellow but heterozygous. That is capital R, capital Y, small y. Therefore, the gametes are capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. And the results, that is the phenotypic ratio, is 1 is to 1, 1 is to 1. Here, 4 types of individuals are produced in equal proportion. Appearance of recessive character in the offsprings indicate F1 individuals was heterozygous. Our next point is chromosomal theory of inheritance. Before we study chromosomal theory of inheritance, we have a look on rediscovery of Mendel's work. Mendel's work remained unrecognized for several years because of the following reasons: lack of communication and publicity, his concept of factors as discrete units that did not blend with each other was not accepted in the light of variation occurring continuously in the nature. Mendel's approach to explain biological phenomena with the help of mathematics was not accepted. Because of these reasons, Mendel's work remained unrecognized. Mendel, born in 1822, death occurred in 1884, and the Mendel's work came into light after 16 years of his death. In 1900, Mendel's work was rediscovered by 3 scientists independently: Hugo de Vries, Holland; Franz Correns, Germany; and Erich Tesma, Austria. Chromosomal theory was proposed by Walter and Sutton and Boveri. Due to advancement in microscopy, chromosomal theory was discovered. They worked out the chromosome movement during meiosis. The movement behavior of chromosomes was parallel to the behavior of genes. The chromosome movement is used to explain Mendel's law. The knowledge of chromosomal segregation with Mendelian principle is called chromosomal theory of inheritance. According to this, chromosome and genes are present in pairs in diploid cells. Homologous chromosomes separate during gamete formation. Meiosis, fertilization restores the chromosome number to diploid condition. Our next point is linkage and recombination. Morgan and his colleagues conducted experimental verification of chromosomal theory of inheritance. Morgan worked with tiny fruit flies, Drosophila melanogaster. So in this slide, you can see the male Drosophila and the female Drosophila. The question arises why Morgan selected Drosophila melanogaster for his experiments. The reasons are they were suitable to grow on synthetic medium in the laboratory. Their life cycle is complete in 2 weeks. Single mating produces many progeny flies. Clear differentiation of sexes, that is easily distinguishable male and female, and hereditary variations clearly visible with low power microscope. Because of these reasons, Morgan selected Drosophila melanogaster for his experiments. Morgan's experiment. The hybrid cross was carried out on fruit flies. Yellow-bodied, white-eyed females were crossed with brown-bodied, red-eyed male. F1 progeny was obtained, which was intercrossed. F2 progeny was obtained and F2 ratio was observed. F2 ratio was observed to be significantly different from 9:3, 3:1 as observed in Mendelian dihybrid cross. Explanation of deviation from Mendelian ratio. Morgan found that when genes were grouped on the same chromosome, some genes were very tightly linked, while others were loosely linked. Linkage. Physical association of gene on a chromosome is called linkage, and recombination is the generation of non-parental gene combinations is called recombination. It occurs in crossing over of chromosomes during meiosis. So here, when Mendel came to the conclusion of dihybrid ratio, that is 9:3, 3:1, the Morgan conducted dihybrid cross on the Drosophila melanogaster, but he didn't get the same ratio. The ratio is differ from the Mendelian ratio. Then he came to know that the reason behind it, the ratio differs due to the linkage and recombination. Linkage is physical association of genes on the chromosome, and recombination is non-parental gene combinations. Morgan observed that the recombinations, they may be low recombination or high recombination depending upon the chromosome. Low recombination occurs when genes on the same chromosome are tightly linked, whereas high recombination occurs when genes on the same chromosome are loosely linked. You observe that genes for white and yellow are tightly linked and they show only 1.3% of recombination. Whereas in other experiment, genes of a white and miniature are loosely linked, they show 37.2% of recombination. So he came to the conclusion that when the chromosomes are tightly linked, the recombination is low. And when the chromosomes are loosely linked, the recombination is high. In this way, the Morgan gave the experimental proof for the chromosomal theory. So in today's class, we have studied inheritance of two genes, that is dihybrid cross, which is very important from the exam point of view. You must able to represent the dihybrid cross, and the ratios are very important for it. That is the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio of the dihybrid cross. So in the dihybrid cross, two contrasting characters are considered. In monohybrid cross, a single contrasting character was considered. So inheritance of one gene, monohybrid cross, inheritance of two gene, dihybrid cross. With this, we stop here. Thank you.